All yours.
We're here to talk about a major problem in America right now. Right now, there's a major issue that's happening, and that is social isolation in the city is causing people to die far earlier than they're supposed to. It's increasing the risk of heart disease by 30%. It's making people have dementia, increasing that risk by another 50%. But it doesn't have to be that way. We believe we have a solution that can help us overcome these issues.
And so with this project, we're really excited about this because I think that this is an opportunity for kind of intergenerational living and connectivity, and also a way of connecting with the community at large. And so, our initial site strategy for an outpatient facility, adaptive housing, as well as memory care housing, is one that focuses beyond just kind of the boundaries of our site, and really meant to tie into the larger kind of context in which we were looking at. And so this as an early concept, big ideas, really what we're looking at is an opportunity to kind of move through this site and provide areas for healing, but also connectivity through a farmer's market. And recognizing that context is important here. We are thinking about how does this project act as a good neighbor and actually bolster the kind of urban fabric that already exists there. This is 41st Street, which is on the south side of the site, and it's that commercial and kind of transit connector. And so for us, we felt that outpatient, that bridge between kind of the community and the community on our site, really situated itself well there. And then kind of creating this community as well is the adaptive housing, and then we'll talk about this more, but really there's three things going on the site that link the memory cluster, the adaptive housing, and the outpatient. And those are that sense of connection, community, and activity. I'll just pass it over to Isaac to talk to you about community.
So I'm going to talk about the community in the neighborhood. There's 4 distinct areas that we want to respond to and connect with. First, the high school over here, single family houses on the north, the recreation center, and then local businesses on the south. We know they each have a vital part of the neighborhood. They're all integral. And how can we make this project connect all those distinct pieces? So speaking of connection, so we really want to have, knowing that the south side is a very busy interaction. We have buses, people are coming to the site. How do we have that connection? Having the high school connections from east to west not being a barrier, and then also just visual connections throughout the whole site.
And these connections have then set up the kind of the framework for where the buildings themselves want to be located. So we've organized it with a memory unit up on the north adjacent to the neighborhood, and those are lower units, so they respond to the scale of the community, so they're single floor, just like the neighborhood buildings adjacent to it. And as we gradually move to the south, move up to those residential areas, retail areas to the south, we increase the height of the buildings as well. So stepping up into the specialized housing in the middle of the project is we get up into 2- and 3-story buildings. Each of those slowly turns and creates little pockets of communities, small little gardens, neighborhoods that people can gather together and help address the social isolation issues. And as we move further to the south, we kind of end on the outpatient clinic itself as kind of the tallest 3-story element of the property that really allows people not only from inside the community to directly connect to it, but allows people from around the whole area to come to this point and serves the rest of the community around there.
I think from an activity perspective as well, one of the kind of key things for our group that we were talking about is how do you maintain activity even when there aren't events? Like thinking about a farmer's market. A farmer's market it's not a 24/7 kind of thing, and you know, in that sense, kind of creating these connections across our site between kind of these nodes of the high school, the rec center, allow for a flow of people and just kind of, you know, a sense of atmosphere, right, and neighborhood, and that connection that we've been talking about, to exist even for people who are not so mobile anymore. Like that memory, that, you know, these memory clusters here, right? They may not be necessarily in their car outside as much as they want to be, but the feeling of participating in that kind of flow through the site, and bringing in kind of that multi-generational perspective of a high school that also is offering kind of amenities to them, I think was really important to you know, our conversations and the layout on the site as well.
So we believe that all of these three issues that we've raised, the community, the connectivity, and the activity, are really helping us to address the issues that we laid out. And really, we've learned that it's not just about being alive in older age, but it's about living in older age. Thank you.
Thanks.